G'day guys, it's Jack that Vegan Dad. I'm here today to show you 5 meals at dinner time that my 2 vegan kids eat. So these are just their dinners over the last 5 days that I've put together, and then it's kind of a trial and error to see how much they eat of it and kind of to give you guys an insight of what my 2-year-old and my 3-year-old sons eat, so to kind of give you a bit more an idea of possibly what to feed your children as well. I mean, I'm not always successful, and like kids can be very picky depending what they eat throughout the day or how much they've eaten over the last couple days. I mean, I've had times where one of our kids or both of our kids, you know, they have eaten heaps the last 2 days, and then all of a sudden they just don't want to eat much the next day. It's just like adults, really. I mean, sometimes you're hungry, sometimes you just want to have a massive lasagna dinner, but then other days you just want to sit on the couch and just have some toast. So one bit of advice that I want to give you guys is that do not force your kids to eat their dinner. I mean, you can offer what's on the plate, give them suggestions of what to eat, and hopefully, you know, you got a good variety of fruit and veggies and, you know, carbs and fats and all that sort of stuff, but do not kind of get upset at them if they do not eat at all. I mean, they might just not be hungry on that day. So here's an insight anyway. 5 meals. I'll try to put the recipe videos into the description for you guys to check out as well if I have them available. So yeah, let's get into the first meal. Alrighty, tonight's dinner for the boys and us is the mushroom pies. So these are pretty straightforward to make. It's got some spinach, got some mushroom, and then it's kind of a bit of a sweet sauce with some tomato paste, maple syrup, and some soy sauce. But like, chuck it in the oven with some puff pastry, and the boys love these little convenient pie sizes. Also got some edamame, bigger size peas. These are great. The boys love them as well. Really, really good for you. So just a handful of them are really nice. Boys are absolutely loving noodles at the moment, so it's a nice little side dish that I know that they'll be eating. Cucumber just added a bit more to their meal as well. And the boys have been raging on about pineapple for so long now, so I decided to get a cannered pineapple and just chop that up for the boys as well. So a pretty decent sized meal here. So as I said, my wife and I were going to have a couple of these mushroom pies ourselves, and then we're going to do a little salad on the side with the edamame and the noodles. So it's kind of similar to what we're eating, but kind of just in bite sizes and kind of a bit more variety for them to pick at their plate. But let's see how we go. Mission accomplished. Besides a couple bits of edamame and the noodles, the boys absolutely smashed this. Oh, one edamame bean. But yeah, they absolutely love the pie. Like, it's so tasty. Got a nice like little bit of sweetness to it. The puff pastry is great for the boys. I mean, they love puff pastry. But yeah, mission accomplished. Woohoo! Go again. So tonight's dinner, we just got some rice and quinoa. I'm always mix it together now. It just adds a bit more flavor because brown rice is actually pretty boring. So with the quinoa, it actually really helps a lot. I also made a satay tofu. So it's just some satay tofu. So that's peanut butter, some maple syrup, some soy sauce, and some other bits and pieces with some green beans. The boys love broccoli at the moment, so you know, I'm going to keep with it. So a couple bits of broccoli there for the boys as well, and some watermelon and some homemade veggie spring rolls that I had left over. But back to the watermelon. So I want the boys to think of their sweet treats as fruit. I mean, if the boys can have fruit, that'd be awesome growing up as they get older. You know, I don't want to turn to kind of like sweet confectionaries at all. So like if they can get all their sweetness from raw fruits like your watermelon, your bananas, apples, mandies, and all that sort of stuff, I'm going to continue to do that throughout their early childhood so they can get really used to having fruit. And again, you know, we do not provide any more fruit on top of this unless they finish this entire plate. So it's a bit of a bargaining tool sometimes, but yeah, they know the rules. But let's see how we go with it. Not a too bad finish. Our youngest, who was 2, demolished it. Our eldest, who was 3, kind of struggled a little bit on the tofu, and
bit of the brown rice and quinoa, but overall not too bad. So my youngest ended up getting some more fruit afterwards, and as the rule goes, no fruit for our eldest. Wasn't too happy about that, but you know, those are the rules. But yeah, not too bad effort. Hey guys, alright, here we are tonight with tonight's dinner for the boys. So we've got the spaghetti bolognese. So I'm just using the pulse spaghetti. So that's just like chickpeas and red peas. So a bit more whole food. Kids love it. Hardly even notice a difference. Like even the look of it looks similar to typical white pasta. But yeah, it tastes so good. The lentil bolognese the kids love. So I chucked in some carrot, just sliced it up, and also chucked in some green peas. So, you know, added a couple bit more veggies to it to kind of bulk it up a little bit. They both got a bit of garlic bread each as well. A tablespoon of hummus, which they will probably dip their carrots and tomato in as a bit of a novelty. But my wife and I, we've got the spaghetti bolognese ourselves, so very similar to the boys. I think this is going to be a pretty easy win here. As suspected, smashed it. I'm pretty sure like maybe like 5-10 minutes it took them to devour this. So I didn't have any fruit on the plate this time, so I'll probably make them a bit of a green smoothie after their shower. So a bit more vitamins and nutrition through that. So just some spinach, generally some berries, some soy milk, and maybe a green apple as well, just all blitzed up, and they have a drink of that before bed. So yeah, job well done, boys. Alright, tonight's dinner is a couple different sort of items that I haven't tried on the boys before. So these are just tofu balls. So all it is just some firm tofu, some nutritional yeast, some breadcrumbs, salt and pepper. What else did I put in there? Carrot, onion, just blitzed it all up, chucked it in the fry pan to fry it up a little bit. So that'll be interesting to see what that tastes like. Avocado, so the good fats, again with the almonds as well, good fats. So just a little bit of a mix there. Some hummus, so they love their hummus, so a couple tablespoons of hummus there. And at childcare, they've actually been eating beetroot. We actually haven't tried them on beetroot at home before, but apparently they love it. So I'm gonna give them some beetroot and kind of mix it up. So this is just a pretty straightforward sort of dinner. Probably give them some soy milk with it as well. So a couple different items that we haven't tried with them before, so it should be interesting to see how it all goes down. So not a bad effort. This is our eldest, our 3-year-old. He's left one of the tofu balls, and as you can see, I've had to put some tomato sauce because they ran out of hummus pretty quickly, so they needed some dipping sauce. And our 2-year-old only left probably half of a tofu ball in the end, so it was a pretty good job actually, so not too bad. I'm gonna probably give them, as I said earlier, a glass of soy milk now before bed. So yeah, really good job, going well. Alrighty guys, tonight's dinner. Last video I did some burritos and it probably didn't go to plan, so this time I've actually bought the El Paso stand and stuff, so like a little taco boat. So hopefully the novelty of that will be good for the boys and get them a bit more interested in it. So I've made a little burrito mix here. So as you can see, it's got some sweet potato, quinoa, did some diced tomatoes, black beans, just some stock, and I'm pretty sure that is it. Onion, garlic, some seasoning, salt and pepper, and the taco seasoning as well. So that comes up really nice. So then we just whack that in with some cheese, some spinach, cucumber, tomatoes, a bit of lime, coriander, some veganese over here, and the salsa dip. So that is a nice normal meal that we normally generally do once a month. As I said, last time we tried it with the boys, it probably didn't go to plan with the burrito wraps. So hopefully the boats are a bit more exciting. And I'm just chucking some rock melon with theirs as well to kind of add that fruit as always. So let's see how we go with it tonight. So it didn't improve much from last time when we did the burritos. Our 2-year-old had pretty much most of the filling, and left some of the taco boat. And we also gave him a few cherry tomatoes on the side. He only touched a couple of them. We finished the rock melon. Our 3-year-old, he only had the rock melon, had the tomato and some cucumber, and had a few bites of the burrito boat. So, I don't know, maybe the boys just don't like Mexican food, but I don't know. It wasn't too bad overall. They had a try of it, they tried a bits and pieces, but yeah, it's just one of those foods that we'll keep trying and we'll see how they go with it over time. But you know, it's always best to just kind of try a variety of foods that they can see if they like it or not, and then kind of build from there to find their favorite meals.
So that's it, 5 meals, well, that's 10, that my kids ate at dinner time over the last 5 days. So I hope you really enjoyed it. Hope you got a bit of an insight of some of the meal ideas that I try to chuck at the kids every so often. I mean, I love variety, and so do the boys. They do not get underfed in this household. We try to get all the nutritions that they need for growing young toddlers. I mean, they're pretty fussy sometimes, but we are so thankful that our kids are really good eaters. I know it might be harder for some other people to kind of get their kids to eat some of the stuff that our kids eat, but persistence is what paid off for us, and over time, you know, they love broccoli now, so win-win for us and win-win for them in the long term. So I mean, if you liked the video, chuck us a like at the very least, give us a comment, give me some feedback, let me know what your kids are eating. Yeah, and if you like the video, chuck us a subscribe as always, and check out my other content for vegan recipes and other lifestyle content, and I'll see you guys very soon.